In everyone, there is a Milli Vanilli. There is someone who knows that I am good enough to do something, but at the same time, I'm not good enough to be seen or to be heard by people. So what do? We hide because we don't want to embarrass ourselves. In every one of us, there is someone suffering from this crazy thing known as the imposter syndrome. If this is your reality, my friend, this is a video you do not want to miss, because I'm going to share a secret that's going to help you overcome this so-called imposter syndrome. All right? Dimitri here. Let's get right into it. Back in the days in Venice, Italy, when the sex workers of the time started realizing one after the other they were actually getting pregnant, and at the same time, oh drama, they were also suffering from terrible sexually transmitted diseases. They realized that they were in a very crazy place. They didn't have the means to look after the children, and therefore they had to find a way to give up their children for adoption. Now they heard about a place called Ospedalli de La Pieta, a public privately funded and run place that was actually funded by all the wealthy people from Venice and run by the local nuns of Venice. This place said, we're going to welcome your children. You can give them up for adoption, but on one condition: they have to be given up when they are still small enough to fit in a box that we call la scafetta. So by the time the child will be born, the mothers will simply say, yes, the only thing left for me is I have to run to this place known as Ospedalli de La Pieta and give up my child for adoption. And that's what all they started doing. Over time, these children, because they were exposed to all the finest music programs that were available at the time, they started playing music at the highest level. And the talent was so beautiful that it started attracting people from all over the place. But the nuns and all the people running the place said that these people are good enough to play music, but they're not good enough looking to be seen by the people over there. So what did they do? They decided to put a veil between the performers and the audience. Why? Because they were not good enough to be seen by the people for whom they were performing. Until one day, two of the most amazing patrons or customers of this place decided to actually see the faces of the people playing this beautiful music. When one of them, by the name of Jean-Jacques Rousseau, had finally the opportunity to see the children, he was completely shocked, because these kids were absolutely not good looking. They were deformities upon deformities, because they were suffering from the consequences of the mother having contracted syphilis, amongst other things. So they spent the rest of their life playing music beyond closed doors, playing music beyond a veil. But here's what happened. In 1798, when this young officer by the name of Napoleon Bonaparte took over Italy, what did he do? His troop, by mistake, they came and they destroyed everything. All the papers containing the music written by all these amazing artists was destroyed. And by the time everything is actually, all the dust settled, people started out crying, complaining, my goodness, they destroyed the last documents that we could actually refer to look at the music that these people had beautifully painted. And in that, they simply reminded all of us the following truth I'm going to share with you. That despite how not so good looking these people were, the music was amazing enough that people wanted to preserve the music. So how does it relate to you? You may say to yourself, you're not good enough to do what you're called to do. You're not good looking enough to be seen, not good enough looking to be heard by the people who are going to witness your work. But here's the funny thing: if you don't show up, what's going to happen is we are not going to listen. We're not going to hear your music, number one. And if there's no record of your music, what's going to happen is when your time will be actually gone, people are going to simply saying, there was at one point a person who had a brilliant idea, but this person simply never took the time to write down the idea. Here's the funny thing, the world, unlike what you're thinking, the world is not looking for perfection. The world is simply looking for a minimum viable product. They're simply looking for something that they can simply look at, and they're simply going to find a way to simply repackage it or reframe it so it can actually fit the narrative of their lives. So stop looking at yourself as not good enough to do what you're called to do, not tall enough, not short enough, not big enough, not small enough to do what you're called to do, not white enough, not black enough to do what you're called to do. Just do what you're called to do. Show up every single day, because your talent is something completely unique. The imposter syndrome is simply a self-limitation. Because these people were hiding behind closed doors, these people were hiding behind the veil. When everything was being destroyed, they realized that people didn't care so much about how ugly they looked. People were simply looking for their music. And when this music was actually taken away from them, people now started crying and mourning because they realized that they simply had been robbed. Alright? Don't rob people of the right, of the privilege to actually see, to hear, and to witness the greatness that is buried deep within you. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. Before I go, just if you've been enjoying this program, and I know you have, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the notification bell so the next time we put together a video, you can be marked the first one to see the video. Alright, dear good girl, stop hiding behind the veil, because you are the Milli Vanilli that the world wants to witness as far as your startup is concerned, as far as your business idea is concerned, as far as your talent and skills are concerned. So start showing up so that the world can witness what you're actually carrying. Alright, dear good girl.